Live, and I'm going to be cooking some today. I have my Instant Pot out. It's not actually a brand name Instant Pot. It's a Maximatic Elite electric pressure cooker. Same diff. And I'm going to be sharing with you how I cook a whole chicken in there. I've been known to cook as many as 3 whole chickens at one time in my huge Instant Pot. But we're going to be doing one today, and I'm going to share with you the rice that I make to go along with it. There are many variations on the rice I use. I am using just a rice cooker. I prefer to use that rather than make it separately in the Instant Pot or throw it in with the chicken. I think it turns out better, and my family enjoys it, so I think I'm onto something there. Now, I'm waiting to see if there's any comments to make sure somebody's in here before I start, because I want to get going and find out nothing was happening. Okay, I see 8 people in, 2 thumbs up. Your comment should start soon. Yay. Okay, it's working. Now, in your comments, tell me if this is buffering or my face is melting off or it's just not a good picture or sound. Let me know. Be hard to hear me. Okay, it's my little mic that attaches to this, so I can only use the external. You see in my messy kitchen, my messy table. My husband's doing a puzzle out there on the other end. Okay, if I stand over here, you're good. Okay, if I stand on this side where the mic is, you might be able to hear me a little better. It's buffering. Okay, see, here's the thing. Facebook Live seems to work a whole lot better for me than YouTube Live. Pixelated. Okay, that's good to know. Now, I know some of you don't do Facebook, and I'm sorry about that, but if I choose to switch, it's because I can't put up a video that's all pixelated and looking terrible. So I'm going to give it a minute to see if it settles in and see what your comments say. And if it's still, like, you know, for me it looks great, but I know going out over the internet can make a big difference in what's happening. Nothing else is on in my house. Everything is off, so there's nothing drawing some of the Wi-Fi away. I just don't have great Wi-Fi here. Good morning, Darlene. All's in here before we start. And it's not going to let me get all the way to the top now. Sheila, Rebecca, hello, Suburban, Hillbilly, Gigi, Linda, good day. Poor picture. Okay, that's what I need to know. It's buffering, pixelated, poor now. All right, I hope you can go to Facebook. I'm going to switch over to Facebook Live. I think it'll be nice on there. Let's give it a try. My Facebook page is Susie, S-U-S-I-E, Ban, B-A-N-A, and Dana, D-A-N-A. Laura says it's good now. I'm just afraid it's going to go in and out. Looks good now. And see, I'm going to be moving my camera around too, because I have to bring it in 2 different locations to cook the rice over there and cook the chicken over there. And as I move the camera around, it's clear, she says. Ah, what do I do? And my phone's ringing. So, Mickey, you can get that in case it's Heidi. But, yeah, we're on baby watch. My daughter Heidi is due November 7th with her baby. So we're answering all the phone calls, checking all the phone calls to make sure that it's okay. I think it's behind the cooker on the charger.
Hello.
Hung up. All right, let me see it. I'll see who it was. Wait. All right, I just got to check and make sure this wasn't my Heidi. Nope. Nobody to worry about. Okay, so am I still clear? If I'm still clear, I'm going to go ahead and hope things stay clear enough that I can continue with the live stream. So first I'm going to go over where the chicken is. Okay, clear. I'm going to go over where the chicken is, move the camera, hope it stays clear, and let you see what I'm doing over there. Right, I'm going to shrink the legs down make you a little shorter. And prop it up here on the counter. And turn it over to there, where the chicken is. Actually, I might have to. You don't mind sitting in the sink, do you? Okay, now you're in the sink. I think that's a little better picture. There's my chicken. There's my crock pot. All right, I think we'll start there. Try not to make it shaky. Am I still clear now that I've moved it? All right. Now what I have in my crock pot right now, I don't have a rack, so I always just put in a layer of veggies with onion and carrots and celery to act as a rack. Plus, I bet your rack doesn't flavor your food, and mine does. Clear. Yes, very good. Okay, and I'll try to talk loud because I'm kind of getting a distance from the camera. Alrighty, so I've got my celery and carrots and onion in here. I'm going to add a cup of water. I'm not adding much because, of course, the chicken makes a lot of its own juice. Plus, as those veggies cook down, I would rather the water cook away a little bit so they kind of caramelize where they touch the bottom, because that adds so much flavor. So I'm going to put my whole chicken in as it is on top of the veggies. And I'm going to wash my hands. Okay, get rid of this plate. And now I'm going to add the seasonings. Now, this is not the type of chicken that is crispy and brown and roasted that way. This is not going to be that type at all. This is a type that you cook to have on hand and you pick at. But the flavors in it look or taste wonderful all the way through, because that's what a pressure cooker does. It takes all the flavors you put in it and it infuses them into the chicken. So no matter what you use the chicken for, those flavors are in there. It tastes really good. So this is what I'm going to be adding to my chicken. I think what I'll do is take a paper plate and put each thing on a paper plate as I measure. And then just dump the whole thing in so you can see what I've done. All right, I'm going to start with salt. And for the whole chicken, I'm using a tablespoon of salt. And I'm putting that on the plate. And then I'm using paprika. Now, of course, I cook different every time. This is kind of a basic recipe that I have and we enjoy. But if I don't have some of one thing, I use something else. And it's not a big deal. So if you don't like paprika, leave it out. If you like something else, put it in. So there's a teaspoon of paprika, and I'm going to make that 2. 2 teaspoons of paprika on the plate. Now to give it a little kick, I'm going to put in a teaspoon of cayenne pepper. There's a teaspoon of cayenne. All right, now we have onion powder. This is the newest onion powder, so it's a little clumpy, so I gotta find that. All right, onion powder, I'm putting in 1 teaspoon. 1 teaspoon of onion powder. All right, 1 teaspoon of poultry seasoning. This is my very favorite poultry seasoning. I don't know if you can get it everywhere, but it's Bell's poultry seasoning. We first use it in upstate New York because we come from up there in New England way. And I know it's all over there. I did find it in one store here. I didn't find it in all the stores. But I really enjoy that. And if you watch Martha Stewart cook Thanksgiving, she uses this too. But I didn't know that at the time. It's just what my mother used. Okay, half a teaspoon of, oh wait, let's go. Half a teaspoon of garlic powder. That's a teaspoon. I want half a teaspoon. There we go. Half a teaspoon of garlic powder. Half a teaspoon of black pepper. So yeah, this does have a little bite to it. Half a teaspoon of black pepper. And the chicken. All right, so there's all the spices that I put in. And what I'm going to do is mix them up in a bowl so they're all combined evenly. Okay, mixing them up in a bowl till they look like they're evenly combined. Now, you might be told, you know, rub it into the chicken and all that, but when you're using a pressure cooker, it's going to infuse those flavors, so there doesn't really need to rub it in. It's going to go through everything nicely. I am going to turn the chicken over, though, and sprinkle tops and bottoms. And I feel like I'm going to sneeze from the pepper. If I start sneezing, you're in trouble. I don't stop at wood. Excuse me. I sneezed into my elbow. Okay, now I'm going to flip it over again. Put the front up. And I'm going to wash my hands again. Alrighty, now this should be about ready to go. I already checked my lid to make sure the seal was right, the little jiggle-do-jiggy is jiggling, and that the pressure gauge seemed to be fine. I'm going to close it down to seal it. And for a whole chicken, I'm going to put it on about 24 minutes. And if I check it later and it seems like it isn't falling off the bone, I'll put it on a little longer. But that should do it. When I put 3 chickens in, of course, I put it a lot longer. So we want to start it up. I'm going to put it on chicken and then go up in cooking time to 24 minutes, and then it should start. And there it goes. So what it's going to do, you probably, I don't know if you can see this, but it says 24. And once the pressure builds up, it'll start counting down the minutes to 24 minutes and then signal when it's done. So that's all there is to that. And that'll make a delicious chicken that you can use in all kinds of other meals. Pick it apart. I am going to put the breast separately because I can eat chicken breast. I'm trying to lose weight again. You know, the eternal optimist. So I'm going to set the chicken breasts apart and keep the other things to making casseroles and whatnot. It's a good way to have chicken on hand, especially if you have a big enough. This is a 10 quart. And if you have one big enough that you can make a whole lot of chicken, it could save you a lot of time in the kitchen. Now, let me check the comments. Hello, Brad. I'm doing fantastic. Thank you. Welcome to my channel. All right, now let's see if we're still clear. Let's see. If you have a ring that goes in the bottom of the canner, it works great. That I can use mine. A ring that goes in the bottom of the canner. Oh, I have the plate. I'll have to see if it fits. I don't know if the plate would fit in there. Hi, Tim and Alicia. Welcome. Okay. Thank you, Rebecca, for the bless you. Thank you, Laura. Laura always tells me I look pretty. She's just so sweet. It doesn't matter what I look like. She always says I look pretty. And had to shut off for a minute. I missed the whole prep part. Well, you can rewatch this because as long as it's a good video, it's going to stay up and you can rewatch it. Now we're going to head over and I'm going to do the rice. So fingers crossed that when I move the camera, it stays clear. Sorry about that. All right, now you're sitting on top of my stove. And we're going down here to where I'm going to be making the rice. I got my handy dandy chopper here. I love these things. This is probably my third one because I wear them out and break them because I use them all the time. I've got my rice cooker. This is my preferred way to make rice. And I have 2 cups of rice and a colander right here. This is brown rice, plain brown rice, and I'm going to rinse it off. Kind of polish it as I rinse it. Okay, got my rice rinsed and polished up a little bit against the strainer. And now I'm going to put it in my rice cooker. And I like to add a lot of flavor to it, so and nutritious things. So I'm going to add some veggies. And that's what my chopper is for. I've already washed these up. And I'm going to chop them into diced pieces. I have 1 carrot. I have 1 medium onion. Just chopping it in there. Makes quick work of it. I have 3, they're not full stalks of celery because I cut the bottoms off, but 3 medium stalks of celery. See how quickly that does it? I just love this thing. This one I got at Aldi, but I've gotten them on the internet from Amazon. And it cuts them uniform, so everything's uniform in size. Saves me time chopping things up. It's like magic. Alright, and I love peppers in my rice. It also, I like to add the color of colored peppers. If I had green and red, I'd put those in too, but I'm out of the green and red. But it's all getting chopped up. And, you know, you can, I'm putting about the equivalent of 1.5 bell peppers in here. Different colors chopped up. They add so much flavor. Especially if you got nice ones. Okay. There they are, all chopped up. Isn't that great? No work at all. So I throw those in. So I get lots of veggies in there. And then with 2 cups of brown rice, I like to add 5 cups of liquid. Now, of course, if you're using instant rice, it's usually equal, 2 for 2 or something like that. This is not pre-cooked or instant. This is the regular brown rice. So I'm going to add the equivalent of 5 cups of liquid. And some of that I'm putting in whole canned peeled tomatoes. And I'm just going to give them a light cut so they're not so big. And then as they cook down, they should mix nicely with everything else in there because they'll lose some of their shape as they cook down. Oop, I just splattered myself with tomato. I should have worn my apron. If Allie gets on here, she's going to yell at me for not wearing the apron she sent me. Actually, I did look for it this morning. It wasn't where I hang my apron, so it might be in the wash. And I meant to look in another room, and I didn't look, and I didn't grab another apron, so I'm apronless. Okay, there's my tomatoes. Haphazardly cut up. Wash my hands. Now for seasoning, this is going to be like an Italian rice. You know, you've heard of Spanish rice. Well, same definitely. This is more of an Italian rice. So I'm going to put in about a tablespoon